1 minute. Thank you for that. Maulana recited an incomplete verse of the Holy Quran. There is a typical and beautiful example to be followed in Muhammad Mustafa. And he did not discuss how to follow Muhammad Mustafa, but he tried to discover the reason of following. Why? The typical example of Muhammad Mustafa is beautiful. He says that the practice depends on the accurate knowledge. Since the knowledge of every leader is presumptive one or some circumstantial one, but the knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa is conclusive one, and it depends on the personal evidence. Therefore, the knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa cannot be challenged. Since the knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa is very authenticated, therefore his practice is very authenticated, and there is no doubt in the success. And he exemplified one example from the tradition, and that was mentioned in Muslim Sharif, and it was reported by Hazrat Anas radiyallahu ta'ala. Hazrat Anas radiyallahu ta'ala reported Nabi Karim to have done like that. The previous day to the battle of Badr, they went there, and Nabi Karim indicated the places and located. Here Abu Jahl will fall down and would be killed, and Utbah will fall down here and would be killed, and Walid would fall down and be killed, etc., etc. Means the political leadership, the regimental leadership, and every other type of leadership would be finished here, and their power would be expired. Nabi Karim told all of the companions, here the Muslim observers are of the view that the practice of the fighting against non-Muslims, it was not a characteristic of the power of the Muslims, but it was knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa which was enabling them to fight against the Muslims. It was not fight of the 313 persons against 970 persons, but it was the fight of knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa when they were fully convinced that the chief of the state of Mecca would be killed here, and chief of the staff would be killed here, and the champion of the Muslim army would be killed here. So the Muslims are very bold, they were encouraged, but it depends on the certainty of the knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa. Muslims are fully sure that Holy Prophet knows everything which is going to happen tomorrow. Nowadays, Maulana discusses the issue that nobody knows what is going to happen to tomorrow. If this ideology would have contained by the Muslims, they would have not been ready to fight against the non-Muslims. But really, the knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa was fighting against the non-Muslims. And this is a consensus of competent Muslim scholars of the age that the Holy Prophet knew everything. If there was any dispute about the knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa, the companion would have fought against the idea, and they would have put the question to Muhammad Mustafa, "Oh my Holy Prophet, let me know, how do you know? Let me." But no one of the Muslim companions, Siddiq Akbar was there, Farooq Azam was there, Haider Karar was there, Hazrat Usman Ghani was missing there because of illness of his wife, but all of the other companions, the legislative council of Muhammad Mustafa was totally present there, whose opinion was equal to that of the total ummah. So this is enough to substantiate the consensus of competent Muslim scholar of the age. Do you know consensus, ijma ummah? Ijma is called consensus. People say that Shah Sahib speaks very hard English. This is not my fault. Consensus means ijma. This is ijma sahaba. This is, though the word of ijma cannot be used for Sahaba Kiram, according to the Islamic jurisprudence. Usuliyin means the Muslim scholars are not of the opinion that the consensus can exist at the time of the companion of the Holy Prophet. Because Nabi Kareem himself was present here and he was in position to decide the cases. The consensus always exists at the time of dispute. And the dispute was decidable by the Holy Prophet. There was no question of any consensus. But after that, when Nabi Kareem passed away, there was a chance to dispute over the matter. But no one was there to challenge the ideology of Muhammad Mustafa that tomorrow such and such things were going to happen. No, my English is a hard one. They make a complaint, my English is very hard. But you should make up the deficiency of your language. Your vocabulary, your terminologies, and your grammatical conditions is very weak. Because I came across many persons. They can speak English, but they don't know English. Yeah. You understood? Why the typical example of Muhammad Mustafa is very authenticated? Because it depends on the knowledge which was revealed by Allah to the Prophet. Therefore, the knowledge of Muhammad Mustafa cannot be challenged. Why the other examples are not to be followed according to Islam? Because their knowledge is presumptive one, the circumstantial one. It depends on their approximation. There is just presumption. But the typical example established by Muhammad Mustafa is according to the revelation of Allah. Since whatever he does with the revelation of Allah, with the inspiration of Allah, with the delegation of knowledge of Allah. Therefore, his practice cannot be challenged. This is the essence of what Maulana has said. आप हजरात की जिम्मेदारी में 2 मिनट के लिए किसी बात है कारी मोहम्मद सादिक साहब नात पेश करते लेकिन घड़ी की तरफ देख के कर रहा हूँ।